I am. I'm enjoying it very much so.
I bet. Is it incredibly hot there yet?
No, it's not incredibly hot. It
Yay.
has been absolutely lovely.
Lovely.
Hmm.
Oh, very good. We're supposed to be in the 90s next week. I'm not thrilled about that
No, you don't
at
like the
all.
heat?
Um, no, because I run hot, unfortunately. So I sleep with the fan on my face when it's 40 degrees. I actually sleep with the fan when it's 20 degrees.
Well, we sleep with fans on too, but both of us, we like the heat. We prefer the heat. Definitely.
Oh, oh. It's like, ugh. Especially when I'm trying to do chores. And I'm going to plant a big garden this year. So I,
Hello, Miriam. Welcome. Here people come. There they are. Welcome, friends.
humans coming in.
Hello,
Hello.
fellow humans and non-humans. We don't discriminate here. We're
We don't
happy to
discriminate.
have all manners of being here.
But if you're
Hello.
not human, I have questions.
I have a lot of questions. Like, do you have room on your ship? Like, how much are we talking?
Do you follow Bashar?
I do.
He
To a point. Like, I
literally,
mean, he comes across my feeds a lot.
yeah. So I drove to Spokane Saturday, and on my drive, I like to listen to Bashar. I like to listen to all kinds of stuff. Anyway, podcasts. I was listening to him, and somebody asked him, "Hey, are we going to get to tour ships? Are we going to get to be on ships?" And he literally said yes.
I'm here. I'm down for it.
So
I'm
I'm
so
like,
down.
well,
At
I
this
mean,
point, I
horse
would
wood.
believe almost anything. I'm going to tell you that, right?
I do.
It takes a lot to surprise me at this point. So it is 8:03. Welcome, welcome everybody to the Consciousness Lab. It is me, Consciously Erin Brown, here with my friend Melissa Henyon, and we are here recording a live podcast. This will be rebroadcast on all the channels, but this is the live version. So if you ever want to join us, this is how you find us, right? You as the audience have the opportunity to participate in the podcast by putting in your questions, offering your feedback. We come moderately prepared, I'd say moderately prepared. But no topic typically is off limits. I will tell you my boundaries. All right. I'm not going to be pulling cards for you here. This is not the time nor the place for that. I'm not going to read anybody's energy that I don't have their permission to do that. This is a fun place to talk about stuff. This is like your spiritual bestie support group. So don't do that thing and bring it down. Don't be that guy. All right.
We
So
can block.
otherwise, I am here for you. Melissa, how's it going?
Oh my heck! It has been a crazy, what, 4 days, 5 days. I have just got back from Spokane last night, and it has just been a rush. I had 5 group readings in 4 days, and it was just like go, go, go. But it felt so good. And the energy, I told you a little bit this morning about something that came through in one of my groups. So we might touch on that a little bit tonight. I can't go into too much detail because it might be an open investigation. I don't know yet. But it was, I know, right? And it came up
Okay.
in a group. Like,
Okay.
what just happened? What came out of my mouth? So it's just been really busy, and I just noticed today my energy has just kind of been off the charts. So I did put on here when I posted this today that if anybody is interested, you can just post, I would like an animal or a number. If I see it and I catch a number or an animal for you, I'll put it in there. Okay. So it's really quick for me. My guides are pretty like, oh, give them this, ooh, give them this. So it doesn't take, I'm not going to do full on readings either, but those are real simple ways for me to get people information, and they're kind of fun. I think everybody kind of enjoys it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, real quick, I just want to say hello to some friends of mine. This is Four Winds Candle Company, you guys. They're here in the chat. These are some wonderful people. They have a small business, but something they're working on that I'm super excited about, okay, is they're working on creating a line of candles so that you can do candle gazing. So if you've never heard of this, it's a meditative practice that can help you go deep into meditation. A lot of people, I forget what they call them, but they build boxes that are completely dark, and they put a single candle in there, and they go in and they focus on the candle, and it can bring all kinds of imagery. It can help give you somewhere to focus. And because I know that these candles are very intentionally created and they're done by hand, you know what? If you're going to try something like this, do your research and use materials that matter, right? Like, don't just do the thing. Like, pick something that
Who is
matters.
that? And I'll throw them up on the screen. So
Four
everybody can see.
Winds Candle Company. They just said yes right at the top.
Oh, there
The
they
top
are.
of my chat.
Oh, it goes at the bottom of mine. I wonder how I did that.
Oh, that's Sherry.
not.
Hi, Sherry.
Shoot. I'm sorry. Hi, Sherry. Sorry. I clicked. Oh, I must have clicked right as somebody was popping in.
So just wanted to let you guys know, if you're looking for some tools, also they make amazing gifts. The vessels that they use are hand poured. Once the candle has finished, they send you instructions for this, by the way, you put the vessel in the oven for a little bit, it'll melt the rest of the wax, and you can use the vessel for other things. And I can tell you from personal experience, it holds the scent for a really long time. So like, you can still smell it. Like, I use mine to hold my jewelry. And I can still smell it when I put my jewelry in it. So I just wanted to say hello to them.
And if I'm not mistaken, you said they infuse energy into the candles?
They're very intentionally made. So,
Yeah,
I mean, I would go to their website for more information. I don't want to put words in their mouth, but I know from experience that they are well made and done with good intention, with good materials. You know, it's a small business.
Yep, I hear you. And I love that. And if you guys want to throw your website up there, you're welcome to do so. Okay. Hi. So for everybody that's in from my group, hi, everybody. And everybody from your YouTube, hey.
Hey, we got YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram broadcasting live. So you never know. Hi, Lavelle. What's up? You never know when you're going to find somebody, right?
Right. I forgot to bring my fan.
Oh, no.
Having a heat flash.
Uh-oh. Power surge.
Yes, ma'am. I am having a power surge for sure. So I have a list of things. So, okay. We briefly touched on the missing scientist last time.
There's more now.
I know.
And David Wilcox. All right. So
that was a big one for the
That was a big one. Unfortunately, I don't know him. Obviously, I don't know him, but I kind of am familiar with, he had some past experience with some mental health issues, and it's very unfortunate. I don't necessarily, for me, he doesn't feel like he's part of the same group. You know what I mean? He's part of the group, but not part of the group. So, but there's something going on with that. I don't know. I've had people try to tell me, well, so-and-so worked for this place and so-and-so worked for this place. And I said, yeah, but they were all working on the same stuff. And that one woman, the one who most recently has been in my feed, where she did a 2-hour interview not long before she died. And she was on video telling this guy, they figured out anti-gravity, and there's two kinds of interdimensional humans, P45s and P55s, and that means post 55,000 years and post 45. I mean, it's just, and it's hard because you never know what's real, what's not real with the way AI is. That's getting a lot of traction. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, I was going to just pull something up here because I don't know what that word is. People are using words I don't know. It's like, and losing words is something that's happening a lot more too, because we're moving more to telepathic conversations and communications.
They were working on cold fusion. I see they're working on cold fusion. Yeah, I mean, I have to fully admit to you, I haven't done a ton of research, but I mean, I recognize enough patterns to recognize a pattern. Like, there's something going on. There's something funky.
things be happening in our world right now, that's for sure.
And I want to say this is not the first time this kind of thing has happened, that this has happened before in our American history when scientists were working on something else, but I can't. I'll have to see if I can find it because I can't. I said it and now I can't remember it. Oh, that's
I know.
that's bad. That's bad.
It's like, I had somebody say, well, it's just your age, you're going through menopause. No, no, friend, that's not what that is, because it's happening across the board to all age groups, not just people in my age group. So a lot
Right.
of us are having this sense where we're losing our words, and it's going to continue to amp up because we are going through a lot of changes. Somebody asked about an ibis, so I had to look it up. I was like, I don't even know what that is. It's an animal, it's a hotel, it's paint, it cycles, the bike company.
What context was that? I don't
I don't,
understand.
don't know where it just caught.
1988, the European scientists. Okay, that might be it. But there was like a rash of scientists that also mysteriously died or, you know, disappeared.
Well, what I just, okay, so you know that I hear things. So what I just heard was unexpected passing together. So some of them might have even gone together. Is that, can we validate that? Am I making?
I don't
I
know.
don't,
I don't know that they have. I'm not aware of any of them being together when they passed,
and I
but
hear holding tank.
well, the one that intrigues me the most is the woman who was hiking. She was hiking with people and they were with her, and the one person said, like, 1 minute she was there and 1 minute she was gone, and they searched the area, they used dogs and helicopters and didn't find a trace. She's on the side of a mountain. Where in the world could she have possibly gone? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like literally. So I do believe in, well, and I can't think of the word for it, dimensions. I do believe that there's portals. That's the word I was looking for. I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist for I believe in all kinds of crazy things. I know I've personally experienced things that I feel like were pretty crazy. So it kind of opened that door. I didn't used to be, I would have called bullshit on most of this stuff years ago, but the more I've experienced, the more readings I've done, I've just been like, well,
yeah. So
are you?
I'm
Do you? But you kind of don't. Are you?
well,
You're more science behind it.
I'm very science logic grounded. However, um, I'm very open-minded. So
Yeah,
if someone were to say to me, "Hey, the sky is green," right?
yeah,
I'd be like, "Wow, that's really interesting. Can you tell me why you think that? And show me why." I'm not one to say, "Oh, really? Wow, sky's green." I am one to say, "That's really interesting. Can you show
yeah.
me why you think that? Like, give
That's
me your
fair.
evidence." And where
Yeah,
I run into issue is when you have people who say, "Well, it just is." And I'm like,
yeah.
"No, that's
Yeah.
not
That's
gonna work
like
for
the
me.
parents. How
That's
when
not gonna
parents
work
say
for
that to
me.
their
That's not
2-year-old,
gonna work for me."
I
If
need details.
if you wanna state something to me as a fact, like some sort of theory that you have, I'm very open-minded to hearing exactly what you have to say. I wanna hear all you have to say, but don't do it with nothing to back you up,
That's
right? And it
fair.
can't be so and so said it, or I heard it from so and no, no, no. I wanna know that you looked this up, you put
Or
some
you had the
effort into
experience.
it, right? Or you figured this out somehow, not just you
Yeah,
heard it from somebody and you thought maybe you would go by
yeah.
that, you
And
know?
that's
That's
my
just
thing. I try not to speak to stuff I haven't experienced, but if I've experienced it or if it's piqued my curiosity, I'm like, there's a reason that I'm feeling a pull here. So what is that? Or why is this happening? I mean, you know,
yeah.
some things we can't prove either. So like well, I guess that's not true because mediumship you can prove with the validation and the pieces of information that come through because there's just no way some things should be known. So
Right.
yeah,
Right. Well, and also scientifically, we're starting to be able to prove the way the brain waves work, and everything is frequency. Like we're catching. Okay, I am a big believer, 100%. I am a big believer that everything is only science fiction until it's not. Science fiction leads the way. Here's my point. Here's a point to that, right? So I was listening to a podcast today, and Rod Roddenberry, who is the son of Gene Roddenberry, who created Star Trek, right?
Mhm.
Rod Roddenberry was on this podcast, and they were talking about Artemis, too, the one that just went up and came back, right? And they created the Artemis Accords, which was something that 60 different nations signed, talking about how they should behave in space should they encounter whatever. This came directly from Star Trek. Directly from Star Trek. So and it wasn't just the title, it was the type of stuff, like, we will do no harm. We are here to learn. We're here to express goodwill. Like, you can look this up and read it. It came straight
Yeah.
out of Star Trek. So this, for me, is the perfect point of wanting to point out to people, it's only science fiction until it's not. Everything already exists. And when these creatives are pulling down this stuff, science fiction, they're pulling it from somewhere. They're getting these ideas from somewhere because everything already exists. So if they're tapping into a frequency from a timeline that, say, like Gene Roddenberry, 70 years away, it would seem like science fiction. But here we are catching up, and suddenly it's not. I mean, this happens all the time. All the time.
And it's something like, well, I was going to say what you just said. It's something that happens all the time.
It just does. I mean, it's just amazing to me. We're so quick to dismiss things as science fiction, but it's barely. I mean, our own your own grandparents, the idea of a cell phone to them, something that we completely take for granted, what is probably mind blowing to your
grandparents. Could you even imagine seeing a cell phone when you were a kid? Like, I was a child of the I was born in the 60s. So, I mean, come on, this would have been, you can't talk on something like that.
No, my first cell phone, I was a married adult.
Yeah.
By the time I had and it was Primeco. I don't know if you remember Primeco, with the little pink guy with the little antenna. Like, that was such a thing.
I don't, is that a Midwest thing? Is that
It might have been. But so it was Primeco, and you had to prepay for the minutes, and they were incredibly expensive, and the phone was just big. And the only reason we got it was because I was pregnant with my daughter, and my husband does construction, and he was worried that I was going to go into labor and not be able to reach him on a job site. So the only reason we got one was for that. Like, we didn't use it to call anybody. It was just emergency,
Right. Or my husband had one of those bag phones. It was like a suitcase. It was like to port around with him. Oh, shoot. I keep having something that I want to say, and I keep losing it. It's so weird. Okay. So maybe it'll come back, and I'll be able to share it here in a second. Speaking of the sky being green, do you want to see this one?
Yeah, and then I want to address this one from Four Winds Candle Company, too.
Oh, cool. We'll pop this one up here real fast. Speaking of the sky being green, just had a friend in Hawaii post new clips about part of the sky being green during the day, sunset. There is a video on this. Interesting.
That is interesting.
So interesting that you said that, and then somebody else said, well, guess what?
I don't know if you heard, but I'm psychic. I don't know if I'm just Four Winds Candle Company, though, says, I have heard from a few channels that some can control others' energies. What are your thoughts? That's a layered question, but the short-term answer is, if you have a belief that they can control you or harm you in some way, then it will happen, because that's how law of attraction works. I believe that you are the strongest single force available to you. And if you don't hold a belief that a curse works, then the curse doesn't work, because law of attraction trumps everything for me.
And we have free will.
And we have free will. So to me, it's more of a mind game, right? If I can convince you that I've cursed you, then I win, right? and it has nothing to do with the actual stuff. I mean, the intention may be there, but if that's just not how law of attraction works. It
And
just doesn't.
we've been given dominion. We're given that at birth. But what I believe is we'll just say they for now, want to strip our power because we are so powerful. And if we know that, it makes us dangerous. Okay. I know that's my Eric's gonna be like, what you talk about, Willis?
Well, so when we feel powerless, it creates a sense of fear. When there is a sense of fear, we are easier to control because then you can offer a false sense of security. That's how everything works. That's how government works. That's how everything works.
I do want to know if she pulled that because that's what they were saying going down that rabbit hole about David Wilcox. It was that he took his own life and that was instigated by outside sources or influences. So I was wondering if that's where Four Winds is at.
So
Had you heard that as well?
So there's also talk about long range weapons that use frequencies to cause damage, right? There are frequencies that if it's played too much around your brain, then it can cause all kinds of problems. That's a different thing. That's a different thing than affecting someone's energy. That's using technology and tools to artificially.
But if you think about that, they have used that. They have weaponized. I don't have any facts to back that up, so I'm just blowing smoke. But what I understand to be true is that the military has used stuff like that.
I've heard that. I don't have anything to back it up, but I've heard that.
I don't either. Now I want to go look. If anybody has proof, let us know.
I don't get the feeling that would be something that would just be out there for, hey, look at what you're doing.
Probably not. They probably didn't release that to the public yet.
So. Havana syndrome is perfect example. Havana syndrome is the perfect example.
I need to know what that is too. I'm going to Google it. Hold on. What is it?
The
Havana issue? Oh, that Havana hits me syndrome. In my throat and in my
Havana
ears.
syndrome.
What is that? It hits me here and here.
You're going to get better information if you Google it than me trying to explain it because it's something that some of our veterans are dealing with.
Anomalous health incidences describes a pattern of. So my husband was in the Gulf War and he was diagnosed with Gulf War syndrome. And just from some of the stuff I'm reading right off the bat here, it looks like some of that. I don't know how similar it is, but there's some crossover here. Oh, boy, that hits me in my throat and in my. I just feel like I can't breathe all of a sudden. Nausea, fatigue, insomnia, neurological directed energy or radio frequency weapon leading theory. And okay, radio frequency. I hear real, psychogenic. That's a fun word to say. I don't know what it means.
It means that it causes hallucination. It psychogenically acts on your brain. It causes all kinds of stuff to misfire and go wrong and
stress reactions or misattributed pre-existing conditions. I hear weaponology, and I feel like that's being used now. Do we know if is there any reports of that being utilized now?
I wouldn't know.
Pam, I live in Havana. Oh shit. I don't think it
has something to do with Cuba. It has something to do with people being stationed in Cuba and some weapon that the claim is, I believe the claim is that our own military was using this and that it has affected our service members. But again, I don't have all the information and I definitely have no proof. So,
Yeah, this I think there's also hypnotism and subliminals. That probably could happen as well as frequencies.
Well, I mean, think about capitalism. The way things are portrayed to you through commercials and through ad placements or product placements in your entertainment. Oh, yeah.
Programming.
Subliminal's been going on forever. It's the worst kept secret ever.
Programming. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, Mary, so Mary and I have some really interesting conversations. And I think a lot of it is due to her former work. And I don't want to get into that without her permission, but I have channeled some really interesting. I don't know how much we want to go into this, but when I channel and I go into other places. So, what is that called? What is that when you go somewhere else?
Remote viewing, astral
Thank you.
traveling.
It's remote viewing. I have seen some pretty interesting stuff, and I literally had somebody push me out during one of these sessions. Like I wasn't supposed to be there. Like I was like, la, 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 la. And I felt like something was like, no, thank you. It's like, well,
Very interesting.
that's
I would
weird.
love to. I'm intrigued by remote viewing. I would love to go to the Monroe Institute
Yes.
at some
One,
point.
yes.
Um,
Yes. I absolutely would
one
too.
day
I
when
think
my
it would be
coffers are
fabulous.
flooding over.
Yeah. We should try to do that one of these days and then we'll record it and maybe share it. If it doesn't look too crazy, we'll channel. We'll have to talk. We'll talk. Okay.
Talk.
We'll talk. I was just reading Patricia. She says, good evening, Erin and Melissa. I'm so late. You're not so late. We'll have to watch from the beginning. Just had my 59th birthday. Happy belated birthday. Hoping good things come, especially to move and opportunities. I hope good things come for you too. So create them. If we think it exists somewhere, I believe that. And that's, you were talking about all the bizarre things that happen in all the movies, and where do they get the ideas?
I'm telling
They've
you,
got
it's a
to come from
frequency.
somewhere.
It's
Yeah.
a frequency that they're tapping into. That's why you see, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but I notice all the time that you'll see groups of movies and TV shows that come out at the same time,
Yeah.
all around the same theme.
Yes. Yes.
And it's a frequency that these creative people just all happen to be tapping into, but they're
Yes.
filtering it through their own lens. So that looks slightly different each
Slight,
thing that
but
comes
just
forward.
slightly. And
Right.
that happens to us too. We'll be fed this information. It's conscious. It's the collective. Um, so some people think, well, it's just buzzwords. Well, they're picking it up for a reason. So it may be a buzzword, but it's coming into the collective energy. That's why it's a buzzword, because everybody's picking up on it. So it's not one is following what somebody else is doing.
Sorry, excuse me.
Oh, do you want to change? You want to joke someone?
No, I just yawned out of nowhere.
Oh,
Like,
I wasn't watching.
sorry.
I was like, what's that face?
That was weird. Just out of nowhere. I was like, hello.
That's a release. Yawn's a release.
It also could mean I need to sit up straight. So
That's what my daughter does when she wants to avoid a conversation.
yawn.
I'm
Oh,
like,
really?
oh yeah, it's a tell. She'd probably be like, Mom, don't tell people that. It's like,
Well, it was not. That certainly was not my intention.
no, everybody, I think we all have different somatic cues and different means different things, but it just made me think of my kid. Okay. So were we talking about anything useful?
Well, we started to talk about the scientist, and then we kind of
Yes,
took a left turn for a
we
hot
did.
minute.
Right turn, Clyde.
Right. But I
Okay.
don't have any insight into it. I don't remote view very well. Not very versed in it, and I just have that feeling, there's something
Yeah.
there. I keep seeing a thread. I see a thread. Like there's a thread that connects all of them somehow. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah. I told you earlier, I have not looked at the what is his name? Oh my heavens. I have so many notes and I didn't. The Epstein files, I haven't looked at those as a rule of thumb because they kind of freak me out to just think of some of the horrific stuff that happened.
How did we go from
I don't know, but that's
talking
where my
about the
brain went.
missing and dead scientist to the Epstein file?
I don't know. Oh, because the weirdest shit is going on there. And that's being released because so much has been hidden and things are coming to the surface,
Okay.
things that I never.
We gotta back the truck up for a second. I was like,
You
whoa,
have met me.
whoa.
You have met me a time or two. I'm squirrel. let's go this way. Where my brain was trying to tie it in unsuccessfully was how there's so much that's coming to the surface, and there's so many things that are being revealed that we didn't believe in, which is like there's so much in those files. I scanned it. I didn't scan all of it. I just did a quick, hey, what's in there that's so freaky for people? And the list popped up for me. So at least we're funny.
True. If you can't laugh at yourself, right?
Oh, daily.
I admittedly I have chosen consciously to not dive into the Epstein files. I don't feel like
Like I
there's
said,
any
I've
benefit
had
to
it
me.
until
So
today because they come up a lot because people are saying, well, this is real now. And I'm like, there's proof. So I just was like, I just need to know what kind of things were in there. And it was stuff that I wasn't even expecting, actually. I was like, oh, well, that's kind of weird. This, like, his little tabernacles and the imagery that's in the facility that's quite disturbing and things of that nature. I don't know why I'm talking about either eye, but for some reason I am.
I think in my own mind, I feel like I don't feel like that person deserves any ounce of my time.
Yeah, and you're right about I agree with that. But I think for me it's uncovering so much because there's so much going on that again is coming to the surface and we're going to see a lot more of that. We're
Right,
going
but
to
the
see more
victims have
stuff
been
being
saying this for a long time.
victim.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I was listening to. Like
Yeah.
I don't I just it's not it just feels disgusting. Everything about it feels absolutely disgusting. I
Oh,
don't
it
want to
is.
talk about it. I don't like it. I don't have anything to do with it, and I think that every single person attached to it should have to face something to do with that. And I don't
Yeah,
care who you are.
yeah, it'll be interesting I don't care either, but it'll be interesting to see where it goes. I don't know why. It's just like I said, it's not something I've ever looked at, but today I was like, well, what the hell? So anyway, I just asked a couple questions and I got some information. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I love this question from Lavelle. It says, question for my husband, how do frequency and intuition relate to each other? That's a great question. So, your intuition is you tuning your inner frequency dial. Like you have to think of yourself like a radio receiver. You have it tuned to one station, which is everything around you that you're physically interacting with. With your intuition, you're just moving that dial one click up to a higher moving frequency. That way, things that move at that level of frequency, like your guides and stuff like that, that's when you can start to match their frequency and receive that information. But if your frequency is moving slower because it is connected to your physical environment, you're not necessarily going to match the frequency that's coming in. So it's just resonance. Everything, it's just resonance. It's just resonance. Hopefully that was helpful.
Yeah. Some things you can do if you're trying to open up your intuition. So that's seated in your pineal gland, your connection to source. So I tell people drop the fluoride. It's not healthy for you. There is proof of that. It calcifies your pineal gland, locks your ass down. So spirulina, add that to your diet. It does not taste great to me. So if I'm going to have it, I'll put it in a smoothie or I'll cover it up with something that tastes a little better because it tastes like I'm eating grass. So, but there are some things you can do. Practice trusting, well, intuition, deep seated too, is what I just heard. But use that pineal gland to make those connections. Okay. Hopefully that helped too. Okay. Yeah. I kind of like talking about the taboo stuff. I don't know why. Is that weird?
No, I don't think it's weird.
Like, let's talk about the creepy shit. Let's talk. I like to debunk the creepy, though. I'm just saying, you know that. You do too, I feel like. So I think we're on the same.
I'm just a very logical thinker, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean closed-minded, right? I think people
Yeah.
mistake those things. Just because I'm logical doesn't mean I'm closed-minded. I've also
Yeah. That would be
had
the last thing I would label you as. I
yeah,
mean,
I've had enough experiences that I know that there's some weird shit going on. Like I know. So,
I
but I'm
know.
also I'm not like I said before, I'm not one to just take something on the surface. I need to understand it.
Yeah.
I'm very much a scientist.
Yeah.
Because
What is your son is what?
he,
Your sun sign?
my sun sign? Oh, I'm a
Yeah.
Leo. I'm
You're
like,
a
are you
Leo.
talking about my son, Mason? Are you talking about me? Like, what are you talking about?
What the fuck you talking about?
I'm a Leo. And what's
You're a Leo.
interesting is
Okay.
I had my numerology done by Larissa. She's amazing. She did my numerology and she does a different kind of numerology, something with the Hebrew star. And she told me that almost every one of my numbers was a master number, except for maybe one or maybe two. But she was like, that's a teacher. That's someone who came with a
Oh,
message
was
and
I
has been
supposed to do your
practicing.
numbers for you? I feel like I was going to run your.
No, you were going to connect to, we were going to do a session between us. You were going to do a session on me, but we'll do it next time.
Okay. I'm going to make a note. Because. Oh, forget it.
Sun sign is just your astrological,
Just your
your
astrological.
horoscope sign.
It's just your first placement. So it goes a lot deeper than that. So I always tell people pull up do a chart. You can do them for free on Cafe Astrology, which is pretty cool. You do need to know the time of your birth. That
Yes.
helps a lot. So you can get your sun, moon, and rising signs because those all are very important and have a lot to say about your astrology. Okay, soul contract reading. Yes, those are freaking cool.
Miriam, remote viewing experiences, didn't know what it was back then. So the Monroe Institute is a fantastic resource. They have an app. Now they have an app where you can do their whole program at home. And it walks you through all the stages of learning how to do that. If you're someone who likes like the structure of a class type thing, they're definitely who I would recommend. If you're someone who would prefer to learn how to do it on your own, I can't help you there because I don't know how to tell you to do it. But
there is a remote viewing group on Facebook I belong to. I don't know if I can look that up while I'm on here, but I think it's IRVA. You might, if you're interested in remote viewing, you might go to Facebook, IRVA. It's a larger group. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty cool stuff.
I would love to do more of it. I've had 3 quantum healing hypnosis sessions. And after my second one, I had a spontaneous, it was one of the most interesting things that's ever happened to me. I don't know if I've ever told you about this. It was like a spontaneous moment where I dipped into some other life experience in the middle of the day. So I was in my house by myself. It was springtime. I had just opened the windows like in my house and I was cleaning the house and I felt great. The music was playing and all of a sudden like I turned around and my house was not there anymore. I was in a different house and I was looking outside of a window and it was springtime and I could feel the breeze and I knew my name was Mary Carmen and I knew that I was straightening up my house and I could tell that I had a big long braid down the side. Like now it's interesting because that experience realistically probably only lasted 2 minutes, but it felt like I was there for 20 minutes.
That's pretty
And
cool.
I felt like I was just looking through like a passenger in her head, looking through her eyes at things. And it was just the most bizarre thing I think I've ever experienced. And I snapped out of it and I stood in my living room like for an hour, like standing there waiting for it to happen again. I'm like, what happened? What happened? And so I called my friend who did the sessions on me and she goes, "Oh, she's the one who gave me the words, you crossed the stream." And I go, "What's that mean?" She goes, "You were on the same frequency as that other life experience. And maybe you were both Right. She was like, maybe you were both feeling a sense of joy in cleaning your house. You both opened the windows, you were both singing, and boom, made that connection. And just for a second, you cross over long enough to get a vision, or a view of that. It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. So you do, right, that kind of
Quantum
stuff.
healing, hypnosis, absolutely. So
Right.
I do QHHT.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when we're talking about a session, we weren't talking about one that deep, but something
No.
something similar that she can do here to kind of
Yes.
demonstrate how things work. But when I had those sessions, she's definitely told me, she said, once you have some of these, you kind of open a door,
You
you
do.
do something and you start picking up on different things. And it has happened quite a bit to me.
Yeah. I think it happens when you do a psychic reading or a mediumship reading too. It opens you up in ways, and not in a bad way. Sometimes people think that's scary, but it's actually a beautiful thing. But it opens you up because you want to know more. Most people do. Very few people don't want to know more after a session. They want, like, I have all these questions now,
Right. Right.
and it opens you up. So it's pretty. It can be beautiful though. Awakening is a good thing. Just it can be painful emotionally, like what is happening to me, but it is a good thing for us.
Yeah.
Okay. So um, you said that when you were standing there, it was only a couple of minutes, but it felt like 20. When I do
Mhm.
regressions on people, I'll take them in. The most I can keep them in or under, I should say, is 2 hours at the max. Um, but when they come out of it, I'll say, "How long do you feel like you were out?" And sometimes there'll be like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we got a lot of shit covered in
Oh,
that
yeah,
time.
that happened in all the sessions that I had in person. That she had asked me, "How long do you think you were under?" And I would say 30 minutes, and I remember when I said 30 minutes, I was stretching it because 'cause I'm like, I don't want her to think
Oh,
like,
right, right,
"Oh, you
right.
didn't do a good job," you know? Yeah, so and to hear that I was under for as long as I was, and then I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, that's weird because I don't really remember that. Like, I remember, but I don't remember. It's the strangest feeling.
Yeah.
Really is such a strange feeling.
And then when you listen to your audio back, because for QHH2, we have to record that and then send it to you. And when you listen to it back, it is just amazing because
Oh
people are
my
like,
gosh,
I said that, I felt that.
I
Oh my
almost
God.
had a car accident. So, she said that she gave me the recording after my first one, and she said, "Okay, so give it a couple days and then listen to this." And I was like, "I remember everything I said." She goes, "No, you don't." I go, "Yes, I do. I remember. Like, I wasn't." She's like, "No, I don't think you." And I go, "No, no, no. I got it. I got it." She goes, "Just take it." I was like, "All right." So, I think it was 6 months later, I was on a road trip. I was going to see somebody, I had a couple-hour drive, I had nothing to listen to, couldn't find a podcast, and this was on my phone. I go, "Oh, okay, I'll listen to it." So I turn it on, I'm driving, and for about the first 10 minutes, I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And then, it was I said something, and in my car, I go, "What?" And I, like, sat forward in my car because not only did my voice change, but all of a sudden, the way I was even hearing it changed, which was interesting. And
Yeah.
it's an interesting feeling because as I was listening, it's like, yes, I remember that, but I had 0 memory of it until I heard it.
Is
And
that not?
after it turned off, I don't remember it. But
That's
while
so,
I'm saying it, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I totally remember." And I was seeing the visuals again, and I was, "Oh my gosh, yes, oh my gosh." Like, it was
yeah.
cray cray, okay?
I want to pull this up because this person said they've had it done, but they're not sure it worked. If you, I highly recommend you go back to the audio. If you did QHHT, they had to send you an audio file. Pull that up and listen to it. You'll be surprised at the stuff that happened. So there's a lot of healing that takes place too, even if you're not realizing that it's happening at the time. So don't poo poo it too much. Maybe try not to. Go back and listen to your recording again.
Right. And just to answer Shauna here, she says, "I've never believed I could be hypnotized either, but I'm hoping to try QHHT." Your mind is a very powerful thing. And if you go into this believing that you cannot be hypnotized, it will not work on you. So you
Well,
have
the
to.
second you close your eyes, you're already in hypnotic state. Do you know that? I mean, the second you close your eyes, you're already moving into that state. So it is, um,
Usually, I feel like it has a lot to do with control. When people say, "Oh, I can't be hypnotized,"
100%.
it's about control. Like I'm afraid something's going to happen, even if it's like subconscious. It's a fear that something's going to, that you're going to
Yeah.
make me run around like a chicken. No, no,
Well,
no.
Dolores Cannon calls that monkey mind when you get in that left analytical brain. It is your practitioner's job to get you into that right brain. That's why you have such a long interview process in the
Oh
beginning.
yeah,
It's several hours long.
that
So
surprised me.
it's
That
to
did
kind of
surprise
wear
me.
your little ass out. So we can get you, and you have to be comfortable with the person who's taking you under because, you know, you're probably in a strange place. You're closing your eyes. This is kind of creepy, especially if you come with trauma.
Yeah,
So it may not be so easy for somebody. So you have to build that trust with people so they feel safe and that they can release and let go. But that's the practitioner's job to help you through that process.
right. And as the person having the session, when I was under hypnosis, I want to be clear, at no point did I feel as though I was out of control of anything. It was
Yeah,
like I was moving in extra slow motion, is a better way to explain it. So I would hear her ask me a question. Like, I would clearly hear her ask me a question, and my brain would start going, "This is what I want to say." And my mouth is going, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, it's a weird disconnect because I can hear
yeah,
myself talking, going, "What? That's not what I'm saying." Like it's a weird thing. But if I needed to get up and go to the bathroom, I could have gotten up and gone to the bathroom. It might have taken
right,
me 30 minutes, but I could have
right.
done it. So
Well,
never have I ever felt out of ability to help myself or anything like that.
right. Well, and some have. I have. Um, if you're clearing a lot of information, you might void pee a lot. I had one who was in the bathroom for a very long time. I was like, I hope they're okay in there. And she came out laughing like, I've never done that so long in my life. Um, it's a release of energy. It's a release of trauma, things we're holding on to. So it's actually really cool. I mean, to think of that. I did pull Tina up here. She says she had a session with me. She was shocked at the stuff. She thought I remembered everything. She says, I thought I remembered it. It's interesting. Um, I have had people go to other planets in and be different species. So we can be the things. We can be the things, and that's what opened my mind because I know the first one I had who was screeching on another. I was like, I felt myself getting a little closer. Tell me more. It's fascinating what the soul can do and where the soul goes.
Absolutely.
And this person, I am a QHHT practitioner. It's such a neat thing to experience. It really is a fascinating thing to experience. It is fascinating. It's beautiful to watch people go through this healing too.
So Darlene is asking, what can help me see more visual things when I close my eyes? I can't imagine things very well. So, um, first thing I want to say is not everybody can. It's a thing. Not everybody does, right?
No, that's a thing.
It's a
It's a
thing, and
it's a
not
thing.
everybody does. But something that I found to be helpful is I started by trying to picture things that I am very familiar with. So, for example, a piece of fruit, like a plum, right? So I would hold a plum in my hand like this physically in front of me, and I would study it and then close my eyes and picture it exactly as I just had it. And then I would open my eyes and then close my eyes and open my eyes. And then eventually I would put the plum down and then picture it. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know any like special techniques or anything like that, but I do know that that's a thing, that there's a lot of people that are not visual. They don't picture visually very well.
Yeah, that's called something, and I can't remember because I have somebody who's she might be on here. She's if she sees this and if she could tell us what that's called. But there is a thing. It's called something where you can't visualize. But I will tell you, everybody has. They're called clairs, and everybody has them. And some of um, we have our. How do I put that into words? Some clairs are stronger for some
Oh
people than
yeah,
others.
just like everything else. Just like everything else.
Yeah, like I'm clairaudient. That's my strongest clair. I hear my guides when they're in my energy, I hear them. When I'm connecting with the deceased, I hear them. That's a mediumistic ability as well. So that's clairaudience. The clairvoyance comes in really strong. How you can practice that? There are a lot of different things you can do to work on your clairvoyance. What Erin was saying with colors or with imagery that she would get, start asking to see like a little dot or a star and just imagine bringing it in. Um, they're saying the channel is healing and clearing for a lot of people right now. So energy is moving into those upper chakras. So that's opening up that third eye chakra for a lot of people right now. Like I will tell you, my clairvoyance is like on crack right now. I don't do drugs, but it is opening up in a way that I hadn't expected. So I usually get little shots of images, and sometimes they'll take me into people's houses and I will see all things. But I have been getting movies full on, like more than 3D. I don't know how else to explain that, but it's almost like I'm there. So I've had a lot of that happening, and I think it's happening across the board. Aphantasia, that's the word that, thank you for
It
that.
is. Just
Yeah.
from the clients that I've been seeing. I've had a lot of newly awakened people starting to come for sessions. And I happily have had a lot more gentlemen starting to come for sessions. Some
Right?
of our
Right?
brothers are starting to come around, which is really exciting for me. My own husband included, right?
Yes.
Everybody has access to all the clairs. You have to remember the universe is made out of duality. You have physical senses, you have metaphysical senses. They are the balance to each other. But just like playing the piano, some people can sit down and play the piano like a maestro immediately. Some people take 50 years of lessons and then they can play chopsticks, but they can still play the piano, right?
Yeah.
Everybody can do everything. Where you are most naturally drawn is where you're going to have the greatest strength. I'm a very visual person. I don't even remember. I get all the clairs mixed up. I see images in my head as clear as
Clairvoyance.
day, as
Yeah.
clear as a day. But it's interesting because for me, I'm not seeing an image of a person. My guides use movie scenes to convey information to me so that I can tell you. So
Love
if they're
that.
telling me, so for example, if they're telling me that you're going through a big transition, right? They'll show me a scene from like The Matrix where Neo wakes up and he starts to do this. And to me, because that's and it's so interesting because I've never met a single other person that's how they receive information from their guides. But that's what's really cool is remembering that you are an individual frequency. So the
Yes.
way you receive it is going to be attuned specifically to you and your
Literally.
strengths and your things that you're interested in. So you have to be very, very careful that you don't fall into that comparison trap. Well, how come it doesn't look like this or how come it doesn't look like that? That's not okay.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't
Don't do
do
that to
that.
yourself. Absolutely agree. Well said, Erin. Well said. Well said. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, right, Whitney? It's really a thing. I'm super excited about it. Like my own husband, I never in 1,000 years, never, never. But we literally moved across the country. This all happened from December to April. What month is this? April. We went from completely fine living in Illinois to selling our house, buying a house, moving to Florida. I mean, it's just like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
And
You got flipped
it's
upside
just
down.
incredible. My whole
But
life
you
did.
but you trusted it.
I did. And this is not what I expected. So that's the other thing I want to tell people is be careful of your expectations because you'll block
Oh,
yourself, right?
absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
someone was asking me about this today, and I don't want to make this all about me, but um,
Do
for
it.
a long time. So I've been saying I wanted to move out of Illinois for years. I get pressure sensitive migraines, and the weather in Illinois changes so much that it's miserable. Like I'm literally sick all the time from these migraines, and there's nothing I can do because it's related to the weather, right? And so I've been wanting to move out of there for years, and we lived there for over 20 years, right? 26 years, right? And my husband always, nope, he never want to move, never want to go. He was part of the union there. He's going to finish his career there and all that stuff. Now, meantime, one of my very good friends moves out to San Diego. I go to visit her a bunch of times, and every time in San Diego, I'm like, man, I just love this place. I love how I feel here. I love her house. I love all these things, right? Fast forward to literally December, and out of nowhere, my husband just had a realization that he didn't want to continue to break his body to work towards retirement that he would not be able to enjoy because he's just broken his body. He's like, why am I doing this? It was like, he said he feels like he woke up from a heavy sleep and decided, okay, we're going to sell everything here. He's going to finally be a teacher like he's wanted to be his entire life. He's going to teach middle school. He'll be happier. We moved down to Florida. And when we were moving to Florida, I was a little disappointed at first because I'm like, man, I thought it'd always be California. But then I started to think, well, what was it? What was it about California that I loved? I loved that it was always felt like summertime.
The
I
heat,
loved
the
that it was
humidity.
close to the water. I loved that I could go outside. I could sit outside all day long, right? I loved my friend's house because she had a small house, but she had these beautiful glass doors. And every morning she got up and she would open these doors and it would extend her house twice the size. Right. And that
Right.
was my favorite thing about her house. And so when I started thinking about that, I'm like, wait. We moved to Florida where it feels like summer every day, where I can sit outside, where I can do many more things in nature. I'm close to the water. And we bought a house that has glass doors between the living room and the outdoor patio screened area that opens all the way up, just like my friend's house.
That's so cool.
Literally everything that I wanted
Yeah.
appeared in front of me, even though I was looking the other direction, thinking it had to come from over here. It ended up right here in front of me. So when you guys, you have to be so careful that you're not blocking yourself because your expectations, you have no idea what's possible for you. Just expect the best. There's no reason not to. Just expect the best.
Yeah. And go with the flow. That's, I think, what you did that a lot of people kind of don't like. No, I was only supposed to go in this direction, but you allowed it to carry you where it needed to take you. So you got in your little boat and you floated down the stream.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So, Patricia, oh no, what, Darlene? Darlene is asking, does it have anything to do with your third eye? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Your clairvoyance is connected to your third eye. Yes.
Yes. And in Egyptian hieroglyphics, they portray the pineal gland all over the place. That
Yeah.
pine cone that they're holding is the
Yeah.
pineal gland.
Isn't that interesting?
It's
Yeah.
everywhere. It's
I,
everywhere.
I went to. So I will tell you, I was in Spokane with my sister-in-law and brother-in-law. And he's very much this. When I came out of my closet, my mediumship closet, he was like not super comfortable with it. He's had a lot of trauma. We never talk about it. And this time when I was in Spokane for all of my events, he was just like asking me questions, and I was like, "Well, frick!"
Right.
So men,
Yeah.
they're starting to come around.
Yes. And the best advice people ask me all the time, what do I do? I have a partner who's not on the same path as me. Here's the best advice I have for you. This is exactly what I did. I stopped trying to convince him and I
Yeah,
just lived my life. I just
that's your
led by
job. Yep.
example. Just led by example because he needed to see it for himself. There's no amount of words I can say or any way I can say it that's going to convince him. He needed to see it with his eyeballs.
Yeah.
But once he saw how I was changing, how my life was changing, he can't deny that. You cannot deny what your own eyeballs are telling you, Then he
Yeah.
started getting curious. And when he asks me a question, I answer the question and then I leave it. Let him soak it up. Don't
Yes.
word vomit like you want to. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Blah, blah, blah. Like answer the question.
Yeah.
Sorry. Answer
Yeah.
the
You have to do it in
question.
stages, in steps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. Shauna says claircognizance is my clair. Yeah, clear knowing. I just know things. I don't know how I know things. I just know things.
And there's a lot of time. I think we all have all of these, right? There's plenty of times where I'll just know the answer to something. I'll tell you the truth though, it's usually when it doesn't matter. right? Like when it's not going to help me in any way, I just know the answer. And it just is bizarre. Like
Yeah.
Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Jeopardy. I'll be watching Jeopardy and a question will be coming on and I'm only sort of halfway listening. Usually I'm doing my crochet and my
Yeah.
mom's watching Jeopardy because I'm staying with my mom right now. And a question will come on and I'll just go blah, blah, blah. And she'll go, what? And I'll go, what? What? And she's like, how'd you know that? And I'm like, how'd I know what? And she's like, how'd you know the answer to that? And I'm like, what? What question? She goes, you don't remember? I'm like, I feel like we're having a problem. like
You're channeling.
I just don't even realize that it's
That's
bubbling
channeling.
up sometimes.
You guys
Yeah.
know we're channeling all day long. It's not just the certain people that are channeling. We're all doing it all of the time. I know. It's pretty cool. Dorothy says, I get songs. Okay, I see vibrationally. I also hear my guides, ancestors, trees, plants. We talked about this last time. I talked about this with you, that I'm talking to rocks out in my. I do.
Hey,
Talk to
whatever,
the
man.
trees too. I talk to my plants.
Do
I
it.
talk, I talk to all the things. They will talk back. They will share. I know. You will get impressions. It's like when I'm working with animals. Animals aren't, using cuss words and things like I get. Sometimes I'll hear certain things, but what it is it's impressions upon my system, and then my mind translates those into words. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just like a radio.
Just like a radio frequency, which dialed in. It's just looking. People think they can't. And when I did my little retreat recently, and I had people connecting with each other. It was so fun. I had people facing the wall, and somebody come up that they couldn't see stand behind them, and I asked them, "Now tell me what you pick up." It was I had one lady was getting names and all kinds of. So we can, everybody can do it. It's just that we are taught that, or we believe we can't. It is just about putting your thoughts there. It's that
It
simple.
is. And I believe me, I understand how frustrating that is when you feel like, well, I'm doing everything and nothing's working. Usually, if that's what you're saying, you're doing way too much and you're trying way too hard and you're way overthinking it. And
And
I
what most people
know
do is
I
try way too
know
hard.
how counterproductive or how counterintuitive that feels because everything in our world feels like it requires so much effort. This is not that. And you cannot go at it in the same way. It is all about allowing. It's not about forcing or chasing or making it happen. It's about allowing and then not talking yourself out of it when it does happen. Because if you get a message and then you're like, well, I could have, maybe that wasn't, maybe it was, and then I mean, why? You're just turning the radio
Yeah.
down. You're just turning it down. Stop doing that.
Literally. I saw it all weekend with my groups. I saw it all weekend. People like, I don't ever receive anything, and then their loved ones would show me what they're showing them, and they're like, oh, but me. Well, yeah, I did feel that, but yeah, we just are in such a habit of trying to deny this beautiful thing that we can experience.
Well, and also fear of being wrong, right? Because we've all been taught that if you're wrong, then you get judged or ostracized or made fun of or whatever. I mean, think about when you were in school, right? This is something that
Yeah,
we carry around that's not even conscious, but it is very active in our systems because of all the time that we spent with that.
yeah.
So, I mean, it's practice, it's patience, it's allowing,
Trusting
it's
yourself.
opening up. Yeah, it's opening up to the idea that it can look different than maybe you think it does. I
Yeah,
think pop culture has done us a huge disservice in trying to convince us what things look like, but that's just so it translates to TV, you know?
yeah. It has done a huge disservice to what we need to look like or what we need to feel or how we need to be. Yeah, and social media has done a fair disservice to us as well. I mean, we can use it for good. Absolutely, anything can be used for good if you flip that switch, flip the script. Okay, okay. Oh, just another reminder, collective, to hit the like button and notification bell. Thanks.
Thanks, Wade.
Who's who's that? Thank you,
That's
Wade.
Wade. He comes in, he's my cheerleader.
I love. He's a great cheerleader. I need one of those. I just heard you have plenty. Okay. Thank you for my cheerleaders. Okay. Sometimes you can't explain it, but you know it. True story. All right. Have you seen any other questions?
No, I haven't. I will be more prepared next time. Because it's a very weird feeling right where I am right now,
We're kind of in limbo.
I'm in a
So
lot of limbo. I
it's
mean, I'm
so hard.
I'm living with my mom in her house while waiting for my house to be
Yeah.
available.
So
And,
so
eh,
excited.
you know,
Something just hit my head. I don't know what that was. All right. Um, so we'll probably wind down, but this would be a good time if anybody would like a number or an animal. And if you don't know what that is, what is that? If you know, you know. If you follow me, it is a really simple, quick way for my guides to say, here's some information that will help you on your journey. It basically tells you where you're vibrating, what your frequency is, okay, and what's going on in your world. Okay.
yes. And just to let everybody know, I recently released on my YouTube channel a brand new free 30-minute course. It's called Awakening a User's Guide. It talks about what's happening to you as far as frequency goes, what the stages are, what to expect, all that stuff. And it's free. So go check it out. Look at you, got all these people looking for numbers and animals.
Where's your? I want to know where your thing is, and I'll post that. Is there a link? Your frequency?
It's just on my YouTube page. If you go to my YouTube channel,
go to YouTube. Okay.
it's across the top. There's like different categories, and then I think it says classes or something. If you click that, there's so many class. I've got one on the Schumann. I've got one on energy. I've got one on awakening, and they're all free.
That's awesome. Let me grab it. Sorry, Mike. Consciously, Erin. You know why I have had the hardest time spelling consciously? My brain is like, Vivek Haka? Sorry. Consciously, Erin. Okay, so I got that for you, and I will share that here. So if you guys want to go to her YouTube, what the hell just happened? Go to her YouTube channel. You can find her stuff. Okay. All right, so that's on there. Okay, so we'll do some quick animals. I will watch that. So Sherry's going to watch you next. Okay. I hear hocus pocus. I don't know what that means. Magic. That's magical. It's magical. All right. So numbers. Let's start. Oh, there's a few. Oh, shit. What the hell did I just do? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when you said that, I'm like, do you know how many people are in this room with you right now?
I don't.
75. Okay. So that's a lot.
Okay, I show 98.
Oh, I only got 75. Dang.
Damn, I might not be able to get you all, but I'll get as many as I can. Shorty Shell 79 animal. Oh shit, I'm getting the Roadrunner, not the bird. So you're just going to type in, go to Google, type in Roadrunner, and then Spirit Messenger. Okay. This is just messengers. These are not your totems. These are not your spirit animals. These are simply messengers that are showing up in your life. There's something there that you need to look at. Nancy. Oh, Sherry. Don't pass Sherry. A wolf is coming up for you. Oh, I wanted to start howling. Oh, that's fun. I'm not gonna. Okay. Nancy, you get a bear, my friend. Nancy Ellen Fleener Thompson, you get a bear. Karina, I'm going to give you a number 21. And then I hear take a break. It felt like you're doing too much. Dana Lawrence, number 37, 3737. I hear kick in the butt. Okay. Connie Orchino, I'm going to give you the number 43. Dorothy Fitzmaurice, number 9. Oh, you're ending a chapter. That's an ending of something. Well, whenever one door is closing, the other one's popping open. So you just kind of got this going on. So, and then they pulled me to guides. You need to be meditating with your team of guides and angels, my friend. Okay. That was Dorothy, right? So Murray. Oh, hello from Ontario, Canada. Kimberly, animal, please. Oh, this is going to sound bad, but it's actually not. They're clever little critters, and I'm getting a skunk for you. They are so clever, though, and they're cute. They're pretty cute. Stinky, but I'm just kidding. They actually don't stink unless you scare them or, they need to protect themselves. Surrender and shine. Well, that's fun. Well, I'm getting a lot of little things right now. Porcupine for you. That's going to be similar to the energy of except it's a little more invasive. It's a little more. Darlene, 5. Oh, that should change. At least I didn't give you a 555 because that's buckle up, buttercut. 4 wins. Okay. They didn't ask, so I don't know if they're asking for a number. I will give you, well, you have to ask, and if I get you, I will. Number, please, for Papadaz. 56 for you. Patty Cook, 31. The Kettle One girl. Oh, 10. That's usually 1, so 10 is weird. Why would they give me 10? I'm going to look. Hold on. Hold, please. Well, it's completion with continuation. Well, that's 9. 9's a door opening. Initiation, identity, leadership, direction, source energy. There it is. Infinite potential. So don't limit yourself. That's what that's all about.
I'm with you, Crystal.
What'd she say? I'm sorry.
She said I look exhausted. I don't sleep well. My insomnia has been insomniating a lot.
Insomniine. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got everybody, but we probably should close. If I have time, I'll come back and try to add a few more if I have time. I might have some tomorrow. That was quite a few.
It was a lot. So just to wrap up for everybody, we will each tell you, I do offer private sessions, consciouslyerrant.com. I'm a frequency and clarity coach. The way it works is through inspired conversation. I entrain your frequency to mine, which gives you a different perspective on the things that you're experiencing, allowing you clarity over those things. I have a couple sessions available for you to choose from, consciouslyerrant.com. I also have a workshop coming up on May 30th with Sam from Spirituality with Sam, which is, I can't even say it. Spirituality. And it's all about channeling, tapping into your channel. And then in June, I have a workshop with Rob, the guy who designed and made my cards. We're going to talk about working with your cards. Free classes on my YouTube, Patreon, all the stuff. So check it out. Tell us, Melissa, where can we find you?
Very good. So I am a psychic medium, animal intuitive. I do all kinds of readings as well. I do psychic, I do numerology, astrology. I actually combine Pythagorean, Chaldean, and astrology. So I created something called Soul Blueprint. I've been really developing that this last year. I'm really enjoying it. That's available on my website if you're interested in any of that. Soul Blueprint, so we can look at what the hell did you come to Earth for? Okay, so I can do that also with my guides. I ask them to tap in and share information. My website, I might have already said it, melissahenyon.com. So it's just my first and last name.com. My Facebook page is Psychic Medium Melissa Henyon. I would love to have you follow me there if you don't already. I do try to share lots of stuff every day. I like to share energy updates, just what kind of information is flowing. I do also have a Patreon page where I do a lot of classes. I have several tiers available from free all the way up to monthly readings, which are a little more in the expense level. But I do have a lot of different things there too. So I would love to have you join me as well. And Erin and I do this. We're going to be going twice a month.
And then once I get moved, who knows? I mean, we're here to be a sounding board for you guys. the
Yes.
reason I love this format is because you become part of the podcast, right? Your questions, your topics, the things you're curious about, that's what we want to talk about. We want to give you a space to do that because I know from personal experience and working with clients, sometimes you just feel like you don't have anybody to talk to about this stuff. So
Yeah.
bring your questions, bring them, bring them,
Even
bring
the
them.
crazy, bring it all.
Bring all the crazy. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
This will be up for replay. Melissa puts it out it
Yes.
goes out on Spotify and all the stuff.
Yes.
So make sure you check and share with your friends. And then next time, bring a
Absolutely.
friend and some popcorn. Popcorn
Yeah.
questions, friends.
Yes, bring a friend, bring some popcorn, make sure and hit the like and subscribe. It is a very simple thing you guys can do to help us out with the algorithm. It's free.
And it
Like,
helps way
subscribe,
more than you
share.
think it does. It
Oh,
helps
you have
way
no
more than
idea.
you think it does. So,
No idea.
yeah.
Yeah. It is it helps us so much. It's free. It's simple. Pop a button.
You're there anyway.
Yeah, right. You're there. Just hit it. All right. Thank
All
you
right, you
guys.
guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening.